Hello! Welcome to the channel. I am Corey, otherwise known as Plain and Simple, and today we are sitting on our little stairway to heaven here that we made. Ladder to heaven, more like it. Right above all of our mess of belts, constructors, and basic crafting items that we made in first and second episodes. Sacrificial chicken to gather us tickets. Our power problem, 12-pack of AAAs that helped us solve that, and our base canvas for the main build. And here comes big ol' flyboy. Now what are we doing today? So we are going to do a little bit of exploration, going to find out where some more resources are, a little bit of building, and a little bit of moving in. Get to it. Can I get on him? Oh, so this guy is loud as hell. The wind through my hair. Slugs in the view. The base in the distance. Can I survive this fall? We're gonna find out. No, I cannot. Now, along with the exploring and everything else, I've realized that the building materials we start with are pretty basic. There's not really a whole lot you can do besides put in ramps, floors, and walls of differing sizes. Now, we did unlock some cool stuff with the windowed walls and things like that. So our first step is to get more cool things to make our base look a lot better. And since that's going to take a lot of time, that's where the exploration, finding other things comes in. So I've been feeding our chickens some excess resources that we can't store anymore, including some wire, some other wire, some rods, some plates, the reinforced kind, and also rotors. And I've been letting it run for a little while, so let's see, we have 5. What can we get with those? Right, so the 3 things that are going to help us with starting to move into the base are going to be our conveyor walls, our power outlets, and I saw one other thing. Now I can't remember what it is. Oh, the door walls. Yep, so we're going to grab all 3 of those with the 11 tickets we currently have. And as we go exploring, I also want to get to work on some modular frames, which are going to be reinforced iron plates and iron rods, and I'm going to need 25 for this one, 50 for this one, and I think we might be able to just convert this guy making those. And we're just starting right behind the base. We already have a slug, which I can't pick up because my inventory is too full. Come here, buddy. Alright, slug collected. Next step is I want to get over to these islands over here. Maybe I shouldn't have filled my inventory so much. There's one thing. Right. Ooh, Caterium. But to be able to get it, I'm assuming we need some kind of explosives. Oh no! That was way too close. Okay. Try to stay on land here, shall we? It's nighttime, so it's really dark, but we have a drop pod, which I need modular frames. Alright, we'll come back to that. And I hear some hissing, so let's get our health up before we run in somewhere and just die. Oh, there's 2 of them, but there is something there. I can't tell what it is, though. There's 3 of them. Oh, we're gonna not screw with that right now. Is that an ore deposit of some kind? It is. Let's mark it. 1 down. Just want to say I'm very happy there's no structural requirements as far as support's concerned in this game. It makes it very easy to get places. Ooh, yellow slug. Okay, not yellow slug. We're gonna leave yellow slug alone. That guy is huge, and I'm getting out of here. I thought he was just one of the normal little dudes. Oh, he is not, and he's mad at me. Oh god. Now I wonder, can I if he comes up here, where did he go? Not. Hopefully I could have dropped him, but you know what? I have too much stuff on me to risk that. But since he's no longer up here, let's go ahead and grab this bad boy. Wait, do I have inventory? Yes, I do. Oh. Looks like we actually have some underground spots. What was that? What is... No. Nope. No. Nuh-uh. Nope. No, 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 no. Get away from me. What the hell is that? No, thank you. There's 2 and 3. Put the miner and move on. Hey, there's more already. And number 4. That'll be 5. 6. This should be number 7. Whoa, that's a hole into a cave, which I don't want to go to. Yeah, that's a 4th slug for the day. And here are numbers 8 and 9. Found a lot of stuff. Ooh, berries. Number 10. Double digits. And we're gonna get that S thing. Ooh, a Somer sloop whip. WIP? What is that? Strange alien thing with a mind-bending and somehow familiar shape. Work in progress. Analyzing this will give you nothing. Is that the S from the 90s? Alright, looks like that's something they might be adding in later down the line. We got number 11. We also have 12 and 13 right over here that I gotta clear out, and another slug up there. Making some progress. Whoa, buddy. Ooh, what is that? That is not good is what that is. 1 popped. 2 popped. Ow! Ow, ow, ow! 3 popped. Oh, and a slug. It's a little doggo. Wonder. I think we can do this. Doggo. No, 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 no! Don't run away! Don't run away! Don't run away! Okay, berries are on the ground. Backed away. Are you now going to be a friend? You ate him. What does that mean? Can I approach you now? Are you gonna... Oh, you're a good buddy! Oh, oh, there's gonna need to be more of this. Follow me, bud. And slug number 7. Right. What's that black mound? Oh, look at those berries. I've been climbing mountains all wrong. Could have just kept using these. So convenient. Ooh, it's coal. Pure coal. Oh, that's gonna help later. Nope. Nope. We have 3 different limestone nodes down here. Give me 1, 2, and I'm not gonna be able to reach that one. But we'll mark down 15 things for now. And also, there's something skittering around underneath me, and it is very, very creepy. And also, this is new. Sam ore. Oop, and this will be 16, 17, 18. We have another copper node over there, and there's a whole bunch over that way as well. Now, we just ran out of power, so I'm not going to continue working on this because we have collected a good amount of stuff. So I want to get some research done. Let's see, we have 7 print slugs along with 1 yellow. We have some quartz, we got a bunch of nuts, berries, and mushrooms, 1 S thing, and we found about, gosh, I don't know what the final number was, like 19, 20, almost different resource locations? I'd say that's pretty good for the day. So we've refilled everything, and we are running into a problem. We finally ran through all of our solid biofield. Now I'm keeping this just for the chainsaw just in case, but we didn't have enough to fill up the last battery. We're missing 2 full biomass burners, and we're going to have to solve that issue sometime soon. Grab everything out of our little inventory here, and let's see what we can go ahead and continue working on. Definitely get biomass for that, and definitely get biomass for this as well. Oh, guns and stuff. Medical inhaler. Inflated pocket dimension, +6 inventory slots. Caterium tree. Going to give us caterium ore. Oh my god, I can get so many different pocket dimension upgrades. Let's go ahead and get our yellow power shards. So that's about all we can do for the time being. Go ahead and store some stuff and get out of here. Just check their ticket machine. Since the power died a little bit ago, we only have 1 ticket available. As you create more and more tickets, it becomes more and more expensive to actually print more. That's a lot of mores in one sentence. So, we are actually going to start working on ideas for moving in and where we want to start placing some things down to get our resources flowing. Now, talking about moving in here, we have 1 main room that we have completely covered over top of. These are going to be our elevators to bring things up and down. We're going to start putting in some of those new walls here for conveyors. Oh, it's going to be great. You know what annoys me? This won't center directly on the middle of these 2 things. Ugh. Okay, it gets really dark in here at night, but with rough estimate, if I want to fit, not 9, 10 smelters in a row, leave enough room for building, belt work, and everything else, I can fit about 4 rows in here with plenty of extra space. So that's 40 smelters at 30 bars each. Yes, 1,200 bars per minute of whatever I want to do here. And that's if I don't overclock anything. Which means I also need 1,200 ore per minute. Oh no, that's going to be an issue. Right, so here's the deal. If I have 10 in each line, that is going to give me 10 times 30, 300 resources per minute per line. I don't have any belts that can transport that, even if I split it into 2 of my Mark IIs, which are 120 per minute each. So, if I cut these down to 9 each, that's still going to be 270 per minute per line. So if I cut them down to 8 each, that's 240, which matches our Mark II belts at 120 resources per minute, using 2 per line, both in and out. And I can stack them, hopefully, using a couple different things. That was a lot of numbers. Now that I have that idea written down on the side of my head, I also wanted to mention that I do need a main storage space, so let's get some kind of way to get up to where we need to go here. In all of our sides, we are of course going to be building or crafting, but one side in particular I think I'm going to make into the main kind of base standalone area that has storage for everything coming through the system. It's also going to have our MAM, our actual upgrade hub, the ticket shop, possibly another ticket machine. I don't think I'm getting rid of the chicken. Duck, chicken, whatever I keep calling it every episode. But this might be that. Probably raise the roofs a little bit. Have a secondary level that is too high for transportation only. So the next level above that is going to be another floor for crafting, but anything I need to either transport to here for my storage or to other sides of the base can run through this too high level. So it's not kind of interrupting anything in the nice looking areas. Right. Speaking of upgrades, let's go ahead and grab some better melee stuff. That should do it. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Little wrench keychain. Pretty, pretty. Ooh. Oh, that's a lot better. Well, that's different. What happened there? Oh. Okay, maybe it just didn't load in. Time to test out our new basher. Now where? There you are. Come here, buddy. Come here. Stop running away from me. Stop running! I'd say that works pretty well. Moving on to the question of transporting resources. Realistically, how many am I going to be moving and at what pace? So we have the conveyor walls now with 3 different options. 3, 2, and 1. Their spacing is a little difficult if I want to place them next to each other, but I think I'll probably go with the 3 for now because I don't know how many I'm really going to use. I can always convert down to 2 pretty easily, but the main advantage of this is I can use the center left 2, and then on the side I can also use the other 2 here and still fit in a third, going whichever 2 directions I want to. But I think that's really going to help for the upper levels when we start getting into transporting in and then transporting back out for resources. And I'm probably going to move everything up a level as well. And this is definitely going to work. This is pretty. I like it. Houston, we have a couple problems. One, we just ran out of power, and we're also out of biofuel. Solid kind, which is what we need. And 2, I'm attempting to work on kind of how this is going to look and how this is going to function, and I just keep running out of room and ways to do this. So this was the original design where I have this problem comes in middle, where this is our connection point for both lines. And yeah, we're not going to be able to fit another one here. And with that, we should have one fully functional set of 16 smelters. That is a lot. So I've run out of resources, run out of power, and we are pretty much stuck where we're at until we get more done. But this looks pretty awesome at night. With all these belts running, it almost looks like a night sky a little bit. So here's where we were. Trying out a bunch of different things, running out of resources, and it was okay as a first attempt. But here is where we are now heading. Took out this whole side and rebuilt it. It's a lot more even, a lot cleaner. Resources come in from the front, load into both sides, and then resources come out the sides to then go up to the next level on both sides and corners. But I am out of things, so I had to start building with our base level transportation. So I think next we're just gonna go ahead and rip this side out. And there we have it. 2 beautiful sides all hooked up with 16 smelters each. This side's the main component of what you need, and that is belts between everything. Which I'm not going to bother placing in right now. We are out of resources and out of power, and we have some issues. So, we gotta solve that. But also, where did our dog go? Hello, doggo. Game lag. Up. I think it might be safe to say he is gone. I'm not seeing him anywhere. That just means we got to adopt a new puppy. And with that, I don't think there's much left that we can really do for today's episode. We got in our basic smelting area on one side and actually got the design finished. But without power to create more resources, we can't really continue working on that. So, before we call it a day, let's go ahead and see what we can actually do about getting some color in here. Like the color gun. While we're unlocking the color gun as well, let's go ahead and get some basic steel production and our vehicular transport as well for inventory slots, but at least getting these things unlocked and out of the way. We know we have them available for once we get our power situation fixed. And color gun done. Now with that, we should also be able to start our color cartridges, which is only 3 seconds. Wheat. 1, and we're just gonna make a ton of these. Okay, R to reload. And how does this work? Haha! Color picker, and we can edit any of these that we like. You know, the white looks kind of Oh. Why did it turn blue instead of white? Select color. I don't know why, but just nothing looks good. I'm not liking anything right now. If there's any kind of color combinations you might want to see, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I think I'm going to repaint this back to the original for now. But hey, for now we can at least throw a little logo on there. So as far as today is concerned, we've kind of run out of everything that we can do for now. And I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here. We are going to work on power problems number 2 next time, getting some coal power in, and getting things started in that. And I think where we're going to put some stuff is in a pretty beautiful spot. So yeah, that's all for me. My name is Corey. Welcome to Plain and Simple Channel, and I will see you all in the next episode.